Hi, welcome to Bobby's Popcast. It's another day, so another chance to thrive and shine, as they say. But first, a quick message from my sponsor, CS Custom Blinds, family owned and operated right here in this community for over 15 years. And what's cool about them is the customers meet the owners, my friends, Bree and Pete, at all appointments, so the expectations are realistic. And guess what? As we head into summer season, you're going to want to entertain outside. And I'm telling you, life is better under a sunsetter. And guess what? CS Custom Blinds are an authorized dealer. Over 1 million satisfied customers have a sunsetter. I got a chance to install a couple of them myself. They are just amazing, and it's truly the way to entertain because that Colorado sun, as wonderful as it is, it bakes you in the afternoon. So, a sunsetter can help, and they actually provide a lot of different shades and different UV protection and all the fun. So what's not to love? You can actually still see the mountains through your shades. 719-344-2799 or visit them online at cscustomblinds.com. CS Custom Blinds, Colorado owned for your Colorado home. Let's get into the podcast, shall we? I've got some juice right out of the gate. Whoopi Goldberg, Sharon Osbourne, and Rebel Wilson are showing signs of what's called OZEMPIC mouth, very similar to what we called Ozempic butt. It's basically weight loss, extreme quick weight loss happens in the face, causing fine lines and wrinkles to sag, and you get gels around your mouth. So, once again, it's just common when you drop weight very, very fast, the skin loses elasticity, and it's just a part of the aging process. So that's why I think, I'm no beauty guru. I will say this, my cousin Lori, shout out to her. She put me onto microneedling. Actually, I just got it done this weekend. So you might see some little red spots here and there, but I'm healing up from that. And I'm about to be 45, so I think diet and exercise and maybe doing it the slow way to give it your skin a chance to tighten up back a little bit might be good. If you don't need Ozempic for diabetic reasons. Jay Leno, talk about living on the edge, can crash his motorcycle, fall down a hill, and even hit his head on a rock and light himself on fire, yet the show must go on. He says, quote, people get banged up in real jobs all the time. It's funny, actually, on my personal Facebook page yesterday, I shared the memory of when I broke my wrist. It happened in 2020. So about 5 years ago, I broke this wrist. All the gyms were closed and I was biking every day. I would do 20 miles a day on my bike. And, I rode hard, I rode fast, and bada bing, I went over the handle rails because I forgot my phone and I did a quick turn and I was like, oh, my phone. And, I flew off my bike, broke my wrist, and it was the worst 9 months of my life. So, hey, shout out to him. He's a true legend in that world. Dee Wallace says E.T. originally had a subplot where the alien had a love crush on her character. She didn't think that was appropriate for a family film and even demanded they soften a potentially risque scene. Who knew E.T. had some flavor in him? White Lotus co-stars Jason Isaacs and Walton Goggins don't appear to have an issue anymore, but when Goggins was asked about the alleged beef between himself and Amy Lou Wood, he refused to respond. So I don't know what's going on. I really, once again, haven't watched White Lotus, but I know it's full of sexual intensity and all that stuff. So if you love that stuff, hey. This one I'm really excited about because I love Keanu Reeves and I love Sandra Bullock, and they are reuniting because they were in Speed for an untitled romantic thriller. So it's described as a propulsive project. I'm going to Google what propulsive means, but I think it's something good. Ozzy Osbourne says it's really time for him to retire after his Black Sabbath reunion show on July 5th, which is happening this summer. He wants to live out the rest of his life with his family and not, quote, die in a hotel room somewhere. That's both sad, but also kind of positive at the same way. He realizes what's important. So I love Ozzy. And I'll leave you with this one because this is insane. Lady Gaga played for a record 2.5 million people at Copacabana Beach in Rio de Janeiro on Saturday, which breaks Madonna's record at the same beach last year. Also, Brazilian authorities thwarted an attempt for two people that were trying to let off explosive bombs at the show. So thankfully everybody was safe. But if you look at the pictures, it was absolutely insane to see 2.5 million people just sprawled across the beach, jamming out to Lady Gaga. And, a lot of people are like, who could do something like that? I think Beyonce could do it. I think Lady Gaga obviously has done it. Madonna could do it. And I still have hope that Britney Spears could do it if she ever comes back. So there you go. That's the Popcast. Thank you for watching. Head over to bobbyadon.com for all my links where you can get me on streaming and visual platforms if you want to see what I look like with a fake mustache filter. Thank you for watching once again. Bobby Adon, BOBBYADAN.com. Have a wonderful day.